I stutter too much. I stutter too much.
Well, I thank you ever so much. I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce the boys of the Hats Quartet. On my left, from New London, Connecticut, that's back where they make the submarines in the States, is our bass, Doug Cassie, a gentleman I'm sure you'll be reading about shortly up this way in Halifax because he smokes in bed. Supposed to laugh on that one, you three guys that are standing back there. I'll tell you what, next to him is Muscles Argood, our baritone. Muscle hails from South Windsor, Connecticut, and we're quite proud of him. Not only is he a good baritone, but he did a good job for our side during World War II. Real tremendous job. In fact, you might have seen the story they filmed about his late war life on the Late Show. It's called Old Yeller. After he got out of the war service, he took up deep sea diving, and they made a sequel to Old Yeller and called it Chicken of the Sea. But Bob came by us swimming naturally because when he was just a little boy, his dad used to take him out and give him swimming lessons. And lo and behold, I asked Bob, I said, Bob, what was the hardest part about learning how to swim when your dad took you out? He said, well, getting out of the burlap bag. For the other half of our quartet, I'd like to introduce our lead, Lou Grillo. Lou owns a restaurant in West Hartford, Connecticut. It's called, incidentally, the Quartet Restaurant. He's very proud of being a barber shopper, as we all are. And Lou puts out the best 25-cent hamburger for 50 cents you ever had in your life. Does a tremendous job. Lou, incidentally, was also in World War II. He was fighting for our side. He was in the Italian Army. Lou, show them the very first thing they taught you when you were indoctrinated in the Italian Army. Here, I'll hold your hat. The very first thing they taught you. Get a load of this, man. Terrific job. Actually, they kicked him out after he was in for 2 weeks because every time they blew up a bridge, he used to stick around and pick up the wood. And then I'm the tenor in the quartet from a small town between Hartford and Springfield, Massachusetts, called Warehouse Point. I like to sing. I like to sing tenor especially, and I love this barbershop harmony we do.
No, I think I had sung at picnics and so forth with some of the Top Hats, so they knew my voice, and they needed a bass because their bass was going into the Army. Oh. The bass was actually the son of Lou Grillo, the lead, who had been singing tenor in the he sang in a district champion quartet. I can't think of the name of that either.
That's all right.
But anyway, he was going to be in the service, so they needed a bass, and they asked me into it. I think I was about the fourth bass in the Top Hats Quartet.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So how long had they been singing before you joined them?
I think they had been going at least since 1960 when I remember seeing them at the district convention in Hartford.
Sure.
I saw them sing there around the lobby and so forth. And so I joined them in 1965, I would say.
Yeah.
And our first big, we did a lot of jobs because they had jobs all scheduled. They had to find out if I liked to fly. So they took me on one of their trips over to Long Island. They took straight off out of the airport and straight in. They didn't want to do any banking. So I got through that all right.
So it was a private plane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We often chartered planes.
Oh.
Like the one, the picture behind me there. And so we went right out of Brainerd Field right into Islip, Long Island.
Right.
And sang at, I chapter show over there. I didn't sing with them. I was just an observer on that.
Oh, okay.
They're just seeing if I was able to fly.
Yeah. What style of quartet was it?
It was a comedy quartet. As we often said, we never won a contest, but we never lost a show.
Obligato up there, and let's give it a try and see how it works out. Oh, I can see my old Killarney with her dear old lakes so grand, so grand, and the magic stone of Blarney, where I held my sweetheart's and her hand. In my dreams there is no other who can take the place of mother. Come back to Erin, Mavourneen, Mavourneen, in that little bunch of shamrocks. I am holding in my hand.
Heavily booked, probably for 10 or 12 shows a year, and flew. We went up to Canada quite a bit,
Yeah.
and all over the Northeast. I remember we went out to Riverside, California. Got that job because a guy from New Haven had moved out there. He booked us, and we did several shows in Florida also. Yeah, I know we went down there twice.
Yeah. Did they have did they have any favorite parodies, or what did you talk about some of the
A lot of
songs?
it was visual comedy,
I see.
like passing the handkerchief along, Lou stepping on the baritone's foot while we're singing one song. They're singing "When You're Smiling," of course. Lou is standing on his foot while they're singing "While You're Smiling." All this brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, thank you ever so much. I don't know whether the television audience knows it. I assume we're making this tape a little ahead of time, but we have a show to do this evening for the Hartford chapter of, the Halifax chapter of SPEBSQSA. That's a Society for the Preservation and Encouragement of Barbershop Quartet Singing in America. And they've told us they're happy we're here, and we're very happy that we're here, and with the audience that we have, it seems that they're happy we're singing. We'd like to sing the happiest song that the Top Hats Quartet knows, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Smiles. When you're smiling, when you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. When you're laughing, when you're laughing, the sun comes shining through when you're crying, you bring on the rain, so stop your crying. Be happy again when you're smiling. Just keep on smiling. The whole world smiles with you. Come on and smile.
In other words, you had to go away to do some gigs. Where did you like? Do you have any favorites?
I know we did the Baltimore show twice. We did Lima, Ohio twice. Of course, we always treated well. We always had a host taking care of us, taking us out to dinner before the show. And
Sure.
so we never worried about eating before a show. We always had a big meal before the show.
Yeah. They were very good to you.
A lot of quartets didn't like to eat too much before they sang, but didn't bother us. We were always like the second banana on a show. The chapter would hire like an international champion or somebody,
Yeah.
and then we would be the comedy relief.
Sure.
Jim Ferris was a very good MC for the quartet too. He would always introduce the songs. He always had a couple of jokes to go along with it. I guess going like out to California was a big milestone, I guess you could call it.
Yeah.
And of course, going down to Florida a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
One time we went down there, we had two shows that were 2 weeks apart. And so Lou and his wife went down with us. We had just bought a new car. We went down to the auto train. It was quite an experience.
Yeah.
I picked the car up one day, and next morning, hardly trying the car, we drove down to Virginia. You had to get on the auto train down into Virginia, and drove to Florida. And Lou rented a car. We had one show, and then we had to kill 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The other guys didn't come down. They came down separately. 2 times they came down. But
Right.
Lou and I did sightseeing and so forth
Sure.
for the 2 weeks. One show was at where's the NASA base down there?
NASA base. Kennedy Space?
Cape Canaveral?
Cape Canaveral?
Yeah, it was the Cape Canaveral chapter.
Oh.
Yeah, chapter there. And one of the big wigs on the base was a barber shopper. So he took us on a tour of the place. We went way up on the top of the assembly building
Oh,
and
really?
looked down on the rocket. Quite a thing.
So it's interesting how barbershop gets you around.
Yeah. You see things you wouldn't see otherwise.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you ever so much. Thank you. We'd like to move right along and do one song that's come quite popular in the States. It's a song about the North and the South during the Civil War. And it's about one young lad's problems that he had because back in the South, during the Civil War days, many a home was on the line. Many a home was divided. The North was fighting the South, and the South was fighting the North. And this is a story about a young lad in song who had a great problem. One brother wore blue, one brother wore gray. One brother he went, and the other did stay.
One brother is here, one brother is there. Where shall I fight, Lord, and what color shall I wear? I guess I'll wear my tight blue pants and my gray sport jacket with the buttons made of pearl, yeah, yeah. I'll wear my tight blue pants and my gray sport jacket and I'll stay home with the girls, yeah, yeah. And the heck with the Civil War, yeah, yeah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. And the heck with the Civil War, oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, in 1966, I believe it was, we went down to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, to entertain the troops. The society sent 3 quartets down there. Castro had cut off the water to the Navy base there, and so they needed some entertainment to cheer them up a little bit. So we were down there for 10 days. We had 3 days of R&R in Kingston, Jamaica first, and then 7 days on the base. Each day we would go to a different base, like Army, Navy, Air Force, and so forth.
Sure. That's terrific.
It's the only time that I was on a submarine, even though I worked on submarines, I never was on one until there. They took us on a family cruise when all the families went out, and we actually went down in the galley and sang over the PA system for the submarine.
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of funny that was the only time I was on a submarine.
Yeah, right. You did all that work for them, and
Yeah,
then,
that was 1966, I believe. And in 1970, during the Vietnam War, we went over for a 14-day USO tour to Japan, the Philippines, and Guam. That was a great trip.
yeah.
Yeah. I was never in the service myself, so I felt that was kind of my way of paying back.
Sure.
I was too young for World War II and too old for some of the other ones for working in defense and so forth.
Sure.
But I did do that to entertain the troops.
That's
So.
great.
Then at one point, Jim Ferris and Bobby Argood had to leave the quartet. So we had to get new parts, of course. That was just before our trip to Japan. And so we got Alex Vaughn, who I knew from the London chorus, and Rene Frechette, a baritone who I had sung with in the previous Yankee Doodle Dandies quartet, the first quartet I sang in. So that's when I had a change of personnel.
Sure. Now, how did they fit in pretty quickly?
Yes, we rehearsed quite a bit up in Hartford to learn the new songs, new to them, but they were experienced barbershoppers, so they learned quickly and
Yeah.
carried on as usual.
How about the comedy timing?
Well, the funny thing is, all the baritones were small, so they all fit in the same uniform. Yeah. And the hats all fit too.
That's great.
Yeah. So, of course, they're smashed down top hats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so you could cave them in and
Yeah.
pop them out.
Right. Cause we carried a great big bag for our, what do they call it, a big zipper bag,
Oh, sure.
to carry all our uniforms. So the hats had to be smashed down,
Oh, of course.
in order to fit in the bag.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember one time we were coming back from Canada through customs, and they checked our bag and they found a gun in there. Because in one of the acts that we did, the baritone took out the starter pistol and it was acting a little crazy and he was shooting the gun. It was a starter pistol.
Yeah.
But so we told them why we had the gun with us, and we had to sing a song for the customs guy there to prove that we were actually doing what we said we were doing.
Did you get to use the gun?
No.
I don't want French fried potatoes, red ripe tomatoes. Waiter, please make mine fried. I want the frim fram sauce with the and bay and chipapa on the side. I don't want pork chops or bacon. That won't awaken my appetite inside. I want the frim fram sauce with the and bay and chipapa on the side. Now a fellow really has to eat, and the fellow must eat right. Five will get you 10. I'm gonna feed myself right tonight. I don't want fish cakes or rye bread. You heard what I said. Waiter, please make mine fried. I want the frim fram sauce with the and bay and chipapa on the side. Now a fellow really has to eat, and the fellow must eat right. Five will get you 10. I'm gonna feed myself right tonight. I don't want fish cakes or rye bread. You heard what I said. Waiter, please make mine fried. I want the frim fram sauce with the and bay and chipapa on the side. I said chipapa on the side.
Oh, there's a picture of the London chorus.
Yeah. So that's the chorus you originally started with, and
Yes.
the quartet kind of came out of that chorus, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
This is one of the early quartets that I was in. This was the other one I was in later on.
You remember the name of them?
I believe we were called the London News. I think was the name of that. The first one I was in was called the Yankee Doodle Dandies.
Right.
And this is the last one I was in. They're called Four of a Kind.
That's after the top hats?
What?
Was that after the top hats or just before?
Oh, this was much longer. This was October 2004, it says.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So I kept singing in quartets.
Yeah.
The quartet. I was in the top hats for 13 years. So, and that finally ended. I got into this other quartet. That was the first quartet. That was the Yankee Doodle Dandies.
Oh, okay.
That was with the fellow singing the lead was George Backus, who was the director of the London Chapter.
Oh, yes. I recognize the name.
So he really got me started in a quartet.
Oh.
Yeah. And Renee Frechette was in that one. who later joined the Top Hats when Bobby Arger left the quartet.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so this is just a picture of me singing with some young fellows. They asked me to sing a song with them. They were already in a quartet by themselves.
Where were you at? Where was this?
Well, this was quite a bit later because I'm the only gray-haired person in the picture.
I meant the location.
Uh,
Were you at their chapter meeting? Were they at your chapter meeting, or did you just meet at an event?
It looks like I'm in a school because there's lockers in the background.
Yeah,
there. We probably sang at the school or something like that.
Sure. How did you get involved with them, though? You just were there and they were there, so you said, let's sing a song
We
together?
were there, probably the chapter or the quartet was singing at the school, and they asked me to sing with them.
I see.
This is the another picture of the four of a kind.
Yeah.
We were singing, stopping in a restaurant, I guess, and we just sang a song in there. I believe there was a barber shopper in there that knew us and asked us to sing. I remember he was a member of the London Chapter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Many great experiences
Yeah.
in barbershop.
Yeah, and then not just in top hats, but
No,
throughout it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the time I joined the London Chapter on through all that, all the quartets, it was a great experience.
Yeah.
I'm even in a singing group here.
Is that right?
That's my roommate and myself and one other man, and I think there's three ladies in it. We don't do harmony, we do unison singing,
Sure.
but
Yeah,
at least I'm using my voice.
absolutely.
I have Parkinson's disease, so my voice needs some exercise.
Yeah, absolutely.
It keeps me going.
You tell her 'cause I stutter and always get in da 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 speedily oh ho we went out one evening and she said something sweet to me. We were eating soup and she said give me a piece of pie. She called the waiter and got a ripe tomato, and when she got through I needed a crotch. Oh honey, I like good cooked spinach, and I'll be done before you finish. But you tell her, yes, you tell her, 'cause I stutter too much. Too much. You can tell her, 'cause I'm a stuttering. Always getting da 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 da. Fiddly ho ho. We went out one evening and she said something sweet to me. We were eating soup and she said, give me a piece of pie. She called the waiter and got a ripe tomato, and when she got through I needed a crotch. Oh honey, I like good cooked spinach, and I'll be done before you finish. But you tell her yes, you tell her 'cause I stutter too much.